We're recording.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hello.
Hi.
Are we gonna sound like we never talked before?
Yeah, we might. Hello, my name is Wanda, and this is the first time I'm having a conversation.
Nice to
We
meet
can
you,
pretend
Wanda.
we're on a date.
Oh my God, that would be so much fun. For example, if we were on a speed date, which I never actually went, and I always wanted to go, I find it very exhilarating.
Yeah, because you're the one that's sitting down, not having to go into the tables like the guys do.
Yeah, but let's go from this perspective. We're on a speed date, right? And now you have an opportunity, like a minute or wherever, to introduce yourself.
Okay, all right, I'll start. Okay. But the end goal here is for me not to sleep with you. Because if I was trying to get you
Oh,
to
yeah.
sleep,
Okay, fine. Well,
then I would come across with different things. But okay. Elevator pitch. I'm Wanda. I just turned 55. I'm Dominican American. I live in the Middle East. I've been here 14 years. I have a cat, a dog. I am eternally single. I like to travel. I like to read books. I like music. And I am in full-blown menopause. So I go through life with a fan attached to my hands a la Edward Scissorhands. Wanda, fan hands. That is me. Your turn.
okay. My name is Snezana. I am from Serbia. I live in Belgrade, Serbia. I have 13-and-a-half-year-old son. That half is very important. We are closely approaching 14. Anybody who has a teenager at home will know what it actually means. I'm a single mom. I've been single mom from the day one. So for me, it's business as usual, not a big deal. This is the only way I know how to do it. I worked my whole life in tech. Will I continue or not? We will find out soon, probably in a couple of weeks. I have a dog as well. I also like to travel. I love to read books. I love music. Oh my God, we are a perfect match.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 50 in a month or so. I still did not hit my menopause, but I think that we are already deeply negotiating when it's going to kick off.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it.
It's coming. Charlie is coming to say goodbye.
Yeah. I don't know which one is worse. That you know that you are definitely down with the Charlie, but then you know that certain other things are going to kick off and it's going to be a pain in the ass. Or the fact that you still have your period, but you have it, but you don't have it. And it's very confusing. Coming, it's not coming. Oh, shit, it came. Why didn't I have any kind of signs? So, yeah, I don't know which part is.
I'll tell you
I
what.
guess.
I'll tell you this. The best thing to have is a hysterectomy. Because a hysterectomy takes away. Yes, I am
a loud advocate.
I am an advocate. Let me get on my soapbox. The hysterectomy is amazing because it stops your period completely and it doesn't put you into full-blown menopause because you keep your ovaries. So for 10 years, I was like, life is amazing. And then it stopped. I guess we should talk about how we met. I was living in Serbia, working on a project, and I was there for a little over a year. I had a difficult time at the beginning because, and I say this with love, and you know I've always used this analogy, Serbians are like a watermelon. We're Latinos, we're like a mango. You see the mango, it smells ripe. It looks pretty. It has all those peach and golden colors. You sniff it, sweet. You bite into it, juicy, wonderful. Serbians are like watermelons. You take the watermelon, it's heavy, it's dense. You tap on it, nothing. And if you started to bite through it, you would have to bite through a lot of bitter, hard rind. And then you get to the center and it's wonderful and sweet and juicy. So it was a hot minute before people were actually nice to me. And I would come home every day and just cry and think about my life choices. And then one of the people on my team was a mutual friend and he introduced us. I don't remember exactly how or where.
I know when I first time saw you. We were
I
in
don't remember. Oh, but
sitting at the bar. It was a lot of us that evening out. Don't you remember that?
Fuck no. I don't remember what I ate yesterday.
Oh my God. I feel offended.
I guess you didn't make a big impression. No, I don't remember.
But I also remember that you and I did not immediately that evening interact very much because there was a lot of people.
Nope. Can't remember a thing.
And then next time when I saw you, it was like you immediately invited all us to your place before we went out. You were preparing.
I remember. Yes.
Yes.
I very clearly remember that. But the first time I don't remember. But it doesn't matter because it was love at first sight, at second sight. And then I remember maybe between the first time and the second time, you were out on a date. And I was in the same restaurant. And you were on a blind date. And you were upstairs at Toro. And I went to the bathroom. And I walked past your table.
Really? I don't remember that.
See? Yes, I do remember this. And I think maybe you got up and went to say hello. And then you told me I'm out on a date. And I'm like, oh my God, good luck. And you were like, no, it's a blind date. Nothing. And then you went back on your date. And I went downstairs and I don't know who I was with. Maybe I was on a date. Well, who knows?
My God.
I dated so much when I was in Serbia. It was great.
So it's been 10 years, right?
Yes. Yeah, it has. Maybe next summer?
Yes.
Yes, next summer will be 10 years. Absolutely.
There you go. So yeah, I can definitely, from my perspective, say that it is the longest relationship that I ever had in my life.
Oh my God, what's 10-year anniversary? It's something lame like paper or something, isn't it? But yes, you are the longest relationship I've ever had.
There you go.
I always knew it. See, you know I have a thing for blondes.
We want to tell people why we actually decided to do that.
A podcast.
Yeah.
I have to be honest, right?
Of course you need to be honest. We are going to be here. We're going to be, side note, we're always honest when we have a conversation between each other. And we always thought that these conversations are fucking great. Which for some people, they might not seem that they're great, but for some, maybe they will find them great. Anyhow, we decided to have them out there. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Also because you made me. If we're being honest.
Yeah, I'm coming from sales.
Coming
from sales, you are the one who is an educator with a teaching aspect and know how to approach. And I am like a pit bull. Yeah.
Yes.
But I thought that it would be fun because there is so much podcasts now out there and there are different kind of platforms when people exchange different topics. So we are going to be all over the place, just like our friendship is. We're going to talk about everything that we usually talk about, which is fine, right?
So let's see. Children. Oh yeah, and teenage children, animals, dating, work, hormones, rage, being the head of household, being single in these times, the future, our past, right?
The present.
And the present, absolutely. And anything that comes to mind. We both forgot to let people know that we are avid coffee drinkers and I like to drink. Also, I have a potty mouth. So let's just put that out there right now. If you have sensitive ears, then maybe I don't.
But what we agreed, we're going to try to use as less as we can fuck word, which is going to be
fucking impossible.
Fucking impossible.
I'm going to
And
try.
absolutely
Yeah.
impossible.
I'm going to try to not have a potty mouth. And actually, it's just the one word, isn't it? I don't really have that much of a potty mouth. I will try. I worked many years in the airline industry, and you're so professional and you're so put together and you're trying to help people. And then when you're done and they've yelled at you and spat at you and just been awful to you, you go downstairs to the break room and you just scream, "Ah." I have a question for you.
So,
And this is just completely random. Did you ever think your life was going to turn out like it has?
no.
I don't think anybody does, right? Can you imagine? You're like, yes, I wrote it all down in my strawberry shortcake diary, and it has all come true.
Yeah, but honestly, if I look back at the diary and what the fuck I was writing in it, I'm so incredibly grateful and happy that actually my life turned out like this.
What were you writing in your diary?
Oh my God, come on, dude. I'm coming from Balkans. We are talking about tradition and patriarchy, where men should be men and women should be women. And the peak of my life should be like getting married and having kids and knowing how to cook and keeping everything together. And yes, there's going to be a job, but the job is going to be there for the purpose of providing and helping the household, not as a career and something that you actually really enjoy and look forward to. The best thing to showcase how different I am today is when, like 5-6 years ago, I met one of my old boyfriends. It's been 25 years that we did not see each other at all.
Where were you when you were having this relationship?
I was 20.
Okay. Perfect marriage age.
Exactly. And I think that he was thinking that this is going that direction. Nevertheless, we did not see each other for 25 years. And we start talking, and he knows me from that period of time. And after a while, he said, "Oh my God, what did that Snezana, the little princess, go? You're loud, you're covered in tattoos, you're using word fuck, you are having career and being like, I'm gonna kick ass, and you are like a soldier." And I said, "I don't know. Maybe thanks to you, men, this is the transformation that it got me to this point." But yeah, I completely changed.
I had a similar upbringing. When I graduated from university, out of all the siblings and the cousins, I was the only one that wasn't offered the opportunity to go do a master's abroad, even though all the boys did in my family, because I was told it won't matter because you're going to get married soon. And to this day, I hold a very big grudge against this because, you know, the situation. I've done more with what was given to me than the other people who were given all the opportunity and all the education. But am I different? Maybe. I did try the marriage thing. I've been married twice. The first time was with an abusive son of a bitch who used to beat me up. The second time was with a very good man. It's like a black and white cookie. I went from one end of the spectrum to the other. So abusive, manipulator, slightly, I want to say, psycho, little sociopath. And after I escaped him, I then ended up with someone that was 180 degrees. This man blinked slowly in slow motion. He was very sweet, very passive, very quiet, always reading. And that lasted a while, but it wasn't also.
That was extreme, right?
Yeah, because I went from being extreme, not feeling safe and having to run for my life, to trying to feel the person that would never, ever hurt me. But little did I know that the person that would never ever hurt me, it was because he had no personality to do. He wouldn't do anything. He was like there. And then after that, I've been single for the last, oh my God, 25 years? 25 years, I think. Around that time. I've told you the story before. When I was a little girl, I would play with my cousin, and whenever we were together, we would take all the chairs from the living room, put them all in front of each other, and I would take all my toys and I would sit them, and one of the toys would be like the captain, and then everybody else would be a passenger, and I would be a flight attendant, and my friend would be a doctor, and someone inevitably on the plane would have a medical emergency and she would save their life, and I would carry around a tray with drinks and stuff. And then we grew up and she became a famous pediatrician, and I went into the airline and travel industry that later turned into other things. But I always knew I was going to travel the world. This I knew from when I was a little kid. And I'm happy to say that I'm pretty high up there. There's so many places to see and so many people to meet. But did my life turn out like my parents? Not, of course not. No, I was expected to do the same thing. There's a saying in I guess in Dominican, something along the lines, you leave this house dressed in white. Right?
But you know what? And I don't think that the younger generations are going to experience this, but expectations for our future was already something which was expected from your parents' side. And majority of our generation woke up during that time, right? And we got this mindset that we would explore and try to get out of the boxes that we were actually expected to fit in and all that. But we, along that journey, were carrying the guilt.
Oh, the guilt is still here.
We were carrying the guilt because we did not fulfill the expectations. Regardless of the fact if you and I, as intelligent, educated people, sit down and have the conversation and say, yes, we did everything that was supposed to be done, and the sky is limit for us, and we are going to keep learning, and we are going to keep improving ourselves, and we are going to do everything that we become better version of ourselves. We still carry this guilt, but we didn't do what we were supposed to do.
Yes. And that we didn't do what we were supposed to do, and that we didn't do enough. We're not doing enough.
And also looking at women who are around us, who are similar age than we all more or less went through the same thing, different versions, right? In the different stages of our lives, but we all experience, I can say for sure, abusive relationships, right? In this or other way. Career challenges where we were trying to build ourselves up, and with all the sexism, with the ageism, with expectations and all that, which was following our careers. We went all through these struggles from mindset perspective, but financial perspective as well, where we were building our road to become independent fully. And I think that all our journeys are definitely different, but have the same touching point. Some of us had kids, some of us did not have kids, some of us did not have children because they were brave enough to say, I don't see myself as a parent. Some of us were not able to be parents. They wanted to be parents, but they managed to work through that and help themselves again be in a good place. And I think that it was very intense for our generation. And we were talking in the period of time when everything was changing. Technology wasn't changing, the way people communicate changed, the way people interact changed. So from what we knew to today, we went through so much.
Oh,
there you go.
We have
there you
seen
go,
problems.
right?
Remember when someone to talk to you would actually have to call your house and first
Yes.
speak to your parent and then say things like, Good evening. How are you, Mrs. Oh, I'm fine. Is Snezana home? Yes, she is. And then you would come down to the phone and answer the phone and actually talk to someone. We went from that to let me swipe left or right, depending
There you
on
go. Yes.
if you look like something I'm interested in.
Don't get me wrong. I think that all these different stages had it ups and downs. There are good things, there are bad things, there are very annoying things, there are things that are much easier. It was so much. It was so much. And for women, it was 10 times more because we were trying to find our voice. Then when we find our voice, we need to reshape that voice so we are not perceived as a hormonal and
Bossy, not hormonal, bossy.
aggressive, hostile. So yeah, we went through so much.
Yes. And now we're being told that we embrace our male energy so much that this is now why we're all alone.
The good thing is that we are not giving up.
Once you've sat in this space for so long, it's so hard.
It is hard.
Not
It's
being a
much
man.
harder than initial transition from feminine to male energy. Now it's much harder to reverse it.
I have a problem with this because I'm told, social media tells me, and therapy tells me that I need to put myself into my feminine energy so that way I can attract a partner that will be the one that will offer me the support and the emotional balance that I require. But I can't because I've been the man in every relationship for so long that I not be the planner, right? And I not be the one that makes the decision. Actually, that also happens because I live by myself. And if I don't make it, who's going to make it? It's not like the cat's going to do anything. It's difficult to be in this place and time and be a female. It's always been difficult. But in this stage in my life, going into, I guess, the next era of my life, it's difficult. It has its ups and downs. I don't feel like I thought I would at 55. That girl that wrote in that strawberry shortcake diary probably thought that at 55, I'd be a grandma with everything. Like, my 55 is not my mom's 55. That's for sure.
Definitely.
It's nowhere near. I might look in the mirror and be like, oh yeah, I can see it. And if I wake up in the morning and nothing is hurting, the only thing I can actually notice a difference is like my eyesight. Okay, I can't see for shit. That's true. But that could happen at any age, right? But I don't feel 55. Some days I do wake up and my body reminds me. But inside my spirit, fuck no. Bring it. You and I have closed clubs down. We have
My God, I would love enough to do that again.
And you made me wear heels every single time. And makeup.
I love the fact that I'm in the stage of my life when I prefer to make myself comfortable versus fulfilling certain expectations.
Oh, please. You know you're a girly.
For me, the highlight of going somewhere is the moment I prepare myself for going somewhere. Then I already peaked. Then it was my highlight. The other part is okay, let's get over with it. I love to think what kind of out I'm going to think about the makeup. I enjoy the process. When I was younger, that was just the part which came before the socializing, the event, whatever it is, the experience and all that. Now, my highlight is when I'm by myself, getting ready and enjoying the process. And then I look in the mirror and said, oh my God, you are pretty. It's not the end yet. And then I go and then I need to be like extrovert, which I was all my life. But now I need to be honest. Somehow I'm finding much harder. Now I can interact only with people that actually I like that energy. I just like to protect myself. We are all going through shit. I fully understand. I'm completely open minded, but then I need to protect myself because if I don't do it, nobody will. In every aspect.
You have a 13-and-a-half-year-old. I'm sure he'll protect you.
God.
Don't look at me that way.
Yeah, he's a joy of my life, regardless what I'm going through with him. And honestly, I know that every parent hitting the certain phase of the child life is going to say this one is the worst. But honestly, the boys are so all hands on the deck all the time. That's how you need to be with them. We're talking about the basic shit. From the day one till the today. Did you wash your teeth? Did you take a shower? Did you take your backpack for school? These are the commands that you're dealing with the boys, and it's constant from the day one till today, and probably to the moment that they become completely independent, which I hope it's not going to be late. I'm trying to raise my son as the Western civilizations, 18, goodbye. I love you. I'm going to be there to emotionally support you, but hopefully you're going to be off to college somewhere where you definitely will need to go through the basic survival skills on your own and on your pace so you can get till tomorrow, which will happen. But yeah, I love him. He just doesn't realize he's not anymore small, tiny little boy. And the moment he jumps in my lap to cuddle and he's already my height, I'm like, oh my God, you're crushing my boobs. I'm sorry, you're crushing my boobs. You probably cracked my rib. Who's going to take me to the hospital?
You can't drive yet. So I'm glad.
Yeah, but it is fun. Here's the best decision that I made. It was not planned decision, but the best decision that I made. Over the years, I changed. I learned to accept myself. I forgave myself. I learned to appreciate myself. And I finally am learning full speed on to enjoy myself and life fully. Is it going to be just Netflix and a glass of wine with you at home? Or we are going to go for a short trip somewhere? Or I'm going to just read a book? My primary goal at this age is to be present in the moment, which usually we don't do. This overthinking, this exhaustion, anxiety that it's absolutely common for our generation. I think that this is the biggest thing that we need to learn how to let go.
I'm there.
I know. And I think that you and I went through a lot of healing and a lot of learning together.
Oh, yeah. Like fucking damaged goods. Yes. I've always been in therapy in my early 20s, off and on, all my life. I've been heavily medicated most of that time, too. And I would say that I want to say COVID was the turning point for me. I think COVID messed with everybody up.
Yeah.
It was the isolation
Absolutely.
and the uncertainty and the fact that it was happening to the entire world, right? And if to that you add, I turned 50 during COVID, so it was a big milestone. But yes, COVID taught me that it's okay to ask for help and that it's okay to not be okay and that we're all going through it. And oh my God, it taught me who my friends were. We're going to talk about that in another episode, about those those friendships that didn't last, the ones that just.
Yeah, but I think that it is a problem of all extroverts. You and I were always like those social butterflies, and we are always let's socialize people, let's do this, let us plan for you this and that. But at a certain point, which for the most of the people COVID was, you actually learned then probably you can count your friends on fingers of your one hand.
Yeah, that's true.
And I actually feel calmer because of this. After the initial disappointment and the devastation that I felt when the things were happening, now I feel like,
I feel the loss of a friend more than the loss of a boyfriend, of a husband,
absolutely,
of a partner.
absolutely.
Please, the betrayal and the heartache and the heartbreak when someone you love, when a close friend you love turns against you or just disappoints you, forget it. I expect it from a dude. I don't expect it from one of my girlfriends because
I know.
it hurts more. I think that when we get into relationships, at least I do, I've always gotten into a relationship fully well and knowing that it's going to have a start and a finish. I've never gotten into a relationship where I'm like, this is forever. I even tell them, don't get too comfortable. You're not going to be around for a couple of months. But with friendships, it's completely different. You're stuck with me, bitch, forever. You and I were burned at the stake at some point in our lives. And here we are. I've lost friendships that it's taken me a long time to get over. And I do get over. And then I move on and you realize maybe this person wasn't meant to be in your life. You know what? Good riddance. I don't care. My circle now is smaller, but it's a good solid circle.
There you go. Yeah. Quality over quantity.
Yes. And maybe the circle is fueled some days with 6 or 7 cups of espresso, definitely some Aperols, gossip, murder shows, which we love.
Yes, we love those.
Documentaries, and of course, a little bit of the woo-woo occult and paranormal.
Yeah. It's interesting how we women actually do relax while we watch this crazy, dark, in some circumstances, completely unrealistic, out of the earth topics and events that actually happen. And we're like, oh my God, awesome.
Because it happens to us. The reason why I'm fascinated, and I've always been fascinated, is because 1, I want to know how your brain works and how do you get to that point. And 2, because we're the victims.
Yes.
Okay, high percentage of times we're the victims. And it's
oh my God. Speaking of that, on Instagram, the guy asked a girl on the street, so what would happen to women if there were no men? Who would protect you?
Oh God, I'll tell you.
And she immediately answers, protect us from whom?
Men.
And he's all right. Yeah. Okay. I apologize.
Yes. I stopped dating probably around COVID time, maybe a year or 2 after that, let's say. How is my life without a man? My apartment is clean. Things are where I left them. Cabinet doors are closed. I have the entire bed to myself. I don't have to worry about hurting anybody's feelings. I don't have to worry about cleaning up after anyone. And I can come home and not say a word to anyone. I could come home and not talk to you for 24 hours and you'd be like, she just needs to be left alone. And I don't feel the pressure to have to ask someone, are you okay? I don't want to do that anymore. I don't care. I'm Wanda, I'm single and I don't care.
Yeah. Oh my God. And now, if there are men who are going to listen to this, it's going to be challenge accepted.
No challenge accepted. Go fight another battle. I'm good.
It's going to take some space in this podcast talking about dating and relationship. And are we becoming
our mothers?
Becoming comfortable being alone? Maybe too comfortable? Or we're just being obnoxious, as men would speak.
Or are we kidding ourselves? And am I kidding myself? Is someone out there right now rolling their eyes and going, I'm sorry, you're old. What the hell are you talking about? That person might be me.
Definitely, the goal here would be to actually share our real experiences, not to give any kind of advices, because if we were experts, we would probably make our lives perfect, which definitely are not. But we're going to just put it out there with the hope that there are going to be also other women who will proudly share their victories, but also their defeats, which is perfectly fine. That's life. And I'm sure that there are going to be people who are going to talk shit, which is also fine. For some reason, the negative narrative is the one that actually comes up on the surface first, but that's perfectly fine. We were challenged with so many things in our lives that negative comments or remarks are something that we actually do not hear anymore.
Please, my trauma is bigger than yours any day. And I don't mean that to you. Not to anybody with a negative comment. Bring it.
This is our introduction episode with the title, Who the Hell Are We?
Who the hell are
Probably we are not able to put everything in one episode, but people through the other episodes are going to actually learn more about us because we are not going to use any kind of filters. After they used to, they're going to love us.
And if they don't?
We'll still keep going like we do with everything else in our life. We're open to hear, right? Any kind of opinion is fine. Next episode is going to be about dating, about how we see dating now at our age. But then we're going to have the sad stories. We're going to have funny stories. We're going to have unbelievable stories.
Don't give it away.
Then people can share theirs. And it's always, I'm not alone, right? I'm not that crazy. I know that I'm crazy, but I know that I'm not that crazy.
We're not alone. No, you're not alone. I'm not alone in choosing to be single. You're not alone in feeling some days that you love your child, but you could kill them. I'm not alone wishing, seriously, even though I want to be single, I am not alone in wishing, God, why didn't I just marry rich when I had the opportunity, which I did when I was really young. You're not alone in thinking that is 50 too old to change careers, to start a new life, to do something new? No, we're not alone.
You and I are doing this project from scratch, completely by ourselves.
I don't know how the audio is going to turn on this one, but I'm sure people will figure that out. But no, we are. We're doing everything. Yes.
From recording, editing, social media, and everything else is just two of us. So there are going to be a lot of mistakes.
Yes.
There are going to be a lot of things that probably people who are doing this professionally are going to be like, this is shit, which is also fine. But at this point, we are very proud that we completely own and deliver this project by ourselves. Kudos to us.
Yes. Cheers to that.
People can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
And our socials at No Botox Required, Instagram and TikTok.
We will always, when we finish the episode, announce what we are going to talk next time. And if there are any kind of ideas, yes, please come forward. We will see how this is going to grow. This is our new baby. I'm happy.
Yes. Are you happy? That's great. I'm happy.
Yes, I am happy. Now you're happy. I'm finally going to leave you alone.
All right, I gotta go because I have a dog that is pacing and sighing like she pays bills. She's laying down next to me just because she needs to go.
I love you.
I love you too.
This is happening.
Fuck yeah.